From the Riley Center on the campus of St. Bonaventure University, it's Atlantic 10 men's college basketball as the Loyola Ramblers visit the St. Bonaventure Bonnies. Series record is tied up at 4 apiece. Our last meeting was last February, where Loyola won that one 77-53. As we just get set to get underway here in the Riley Center, the Bonnies will be in the gray uniforms with the brown numbers with white trim, and the Ramblers will be in their road maroon uniforms with the white numbers and the gold trim as the Bonnies control possession here. And the Bonnies in Atlantic 10, they found themselves down in the early going. Yesterday, he said he wants to see some more rebounding from Bonaventure from that 4 spot.
Great pass.
Here's Mitchell inside for the layup, and the Bonnies are on the board.
Excellent pass. Not a good passing angle to get the ball inside, so the accuracy of the pass was outstanding. Frank is going to always look to see if he's double teamed because he actually enjoys passing the basketball.
Buddy Simmons in the lane. Rubin in the high post. Takes one dribble, drops it to Anderson. Back inside to Rubin, and Rubin gets the Ramblers on the board.
That's what Rubin does. A lot of his damage is setting screens and rolling to the front of the rim.
In the corner, the 3 by Ola Joseph.
Okay, so that's an area where people think the Ramblers are going to slow the game down, but they're not going to slow the game down because they need to get some points in transition.
Priest pushing the pace. Here's Anderson. Euro step inside and finishes.
Anderson's getting better every game.
Here's Mitchell. Puts the ball on the deck. Go up and under move.
Tremendous move by Frank Mitchell. It's difficult to get Rubin to leave his feet on a shot fake, but Frank was able to lift him with the shot fake.
Anderson gets it back to Winsu. 5 on the shot clock. Another move. 3-point opportunity.
When the shot clock gets down like that, you have to stay uptight and force your opponent to put the ball down on the floor. A few of the guys are going to have to get better out of that.
Nice backdoor cut by Joe Grahovic. Planning on just playing him 24 to 25 minutes, but he said he came in such good shape. Been playing him a lot more. There's the alley-oop for Osasui. Sui inside of Grahovic to Buddy Simmons. Grahovic wide open for 3.
Now he's displaying the things that he can be really good at. You talked about that, about his potential a little bit, Brendan, and now he's putting it on display.
Down on the block to Rubin, working on Osasui.
We'll see if he knows the scouting report. He's dribbling with his right hand, but he wants to go left.
Inside is Amos for 3. Excuse me, that's Ola Joseph.
Ola Joseph will shoot it too. You have to get out on him. He's a shooter.
In the corner is Anderson.
Anderson can really shoot it, and he can get it going. He's a kid that, again, he's improved every time I've seen him.
4th 3-pointer of the night for the Ramblers. Here's Simmons from the corner. Gets it right back for the Bonnies.
It's important that the Bonnies answer back and make some threes. You don't want a huge deficit at the 3-point arc because it's hard to make up for those things.
High off the back iron, and Caden Charles comes down with it. Charles up ahead to Frank Mitchell.
Great pass, outstanding catch. Frank catches the basketball and is able to score without putting the ball on the floor in traffic. The Ramblers don't score.
Here's Amos for the layup.
But they're going to need to get some offensive rebounds.
Winsu gets inside. Dumps it into Rubin for the layup. He's driven Tavares for 3. To Richardson. Richardson inside.
Strong move with his left hand. Used his shoulder to keep Frank Mitchell away from the basketball.
Down on the block, here's Bowen. Working on Reese to Mitchell, the baby hook.
Great touch by Frank Mitchell, but the post-up of Reese, the guard post-up of Reese by Bowen, we've seen that throughout conference play where the opposition has posted up Reese a couple times to get easy looks.
Here's a Bonaventure getting inside.
Strong move. Took the ball right at the rim and challenged Rubin to challenge him.
Kicks out. Amos. Ola Joseph will spot up for 3. He puts that in over Frank Mitchell.
You're also going to have to defend. Some of your bigs are going to have to defend the perimeter.
Here's Bowen inside off the glass.
Great move by Bowen. hope he read the scouting report. He's going to want to go left.
Here's Rubin.
Don't think he understands the urgency of keeping him from going to his left.
It's an 11-point advantage. Winsu kicks it out to Ola Joseph for three.
The ball moves fast.
Here's Caden Charles, short jump shot.
Rubin.
That's his second block tonight. Alley-oop for Ola Joseph.
Rubin did a great job of not only blocking the shot, but keeping it in play and letting it lead to a fast break. 2-on-1 alley-oop dunk for the Ramblers. That's a lot of block shots.
Here's Simmons, Mitchell, Caden Charles for three in the corner.
Caden Charles looked around like, thank you, it's about time. He's been looking for that. Those are good looks. He's a capable shooter, and he can knock those down.
And inside is Anderson.
Anderson made a nice cut out of the corner.
Skips out to Bunaway. Now Simmons for three. Frank Mitchell with his sixth rebound of the night. Bowen, a Bunaway for three.
Again, that was set up by a drive, a paint touch, and a dish, and that's what you want to see. They'll continue to look for those shots here in the second half.
Glaskov on a three.
What you can't do is then give up the same thing on the other end.
Here's Reese trying to turn the corner. He'll stop and pop from 15 and rattles it home.
That's a big bucket because those are bonus points for the Ramblers. They're not really looking for Reese to score for them. They just want him to kind of hold serve.
Tracks down the loose ball. Bowen for three. That one's off the mark, but Mitchell's there to clean up the glass.
So the Bonnie's got 2 offensive rebounds on that possession. Again, you're talking about a team that...
Rubin inside to Anderson. Bowen kicks it out for Hovick for three.
That's what you mean about a boost. You know, an open three in the corner. If you can get that done and let Frank, you may be able to let Frank stay on the bench a little longer.
Tavares for three, answers right away. Warming up here in the Raleigh Center is the Bonnies trying to make a comeback. They're down 14 at one point. Buddy Simmons for three.
Bonnies might be heating it up in here a little bit. It's cold outside, but they're going to need to heat it up here down the stretch from three. And he's got a chance to get something in transition.
Simmons for three. It is a 2-point game.
Now the crowd has a chance to get in it. They have a chance to attack again.
Charles for three. Tavares inside for Richardson. Tavares for three. He hits it and he's fouled. Caden Charles gets inside, the reverse layup, can't finish. Mitchell's there for the putback.
Excellent hands by Frank. It was a great drive there by Caden Charles. He just didn't finish, but it broke the defense down, and it allowed Frank Mitchell to get to the glass and get an offensive rebound.
Simmons skips it out. Rehovic for three. Nope, no, it's a two. He was on the line, yeah, it's a two.
He was on the line. It's a great pass.
Simmons for three.
Buddy Simmons is going to shoot the lights out tonight. If you don't get out there on him, he is going to make you pay. He is in a rhythm, and he is daring the Ramblers to stay in their zone. 26
points for Buddy Simmons. That is a St. Bonaventure high for him. Ola Joseph rattles home a three.
What you're seeing is Rehovic is a little uncomfortable about going out that far.
If you're just joining us, the Bonnies were down by 14 at one point in the first half, down by 12 at halftime, and a 19-0 run has got them to this lead is Anderson.
Great drive by the freshman, getting to the rim, creating contact. Still got time.
Bowen off the glass.
He has quietly given the Bonnies a tremendous floor game. If you're the Ramblers, you want to keep your poise. There's a turnover.
Another turnover. Here's Caden Charles.
For the Ramblers, you need a good shot, and there's another turnover.
Another turnover, and it's a forced steal for Frank Mitchell. Euro step inside and a left-hand layup. Grabs the rebound, and that is going to do it as the Bonnies will win this one 84-70.
terrific effort by the Bonnies in the second half, turning up the pressure. This is a really good win. The Loyola team brought back a few players that have been hurt for a while. I think this is an effort, the second half effort in particular, that the Bonnies can be proud of.